Jon was born and raised in the city of New Bedford, spent most of his career practicing law in Boston and Washington, D.C., but we're happy to have him back in the city with us now and here this afternoon with us as well. So, Jon,
thank you, everyone, and really appreciate the opportunity to come here and talk to all of you and to talk about seniors in our community and to talk specifically about all the good stuff that Coastline does for Greater New Bedford. You know, I have a confession to make right up front, and this is to you, Paula. So we ran into one another last Saturday at an event over at White's in Westport, and Paula said to me, "Hey, Jon, I'm going to see you on Friday, right?" And I looked at her and I said, "Yeah, what was it again?" and I thought, geez, she looked at me like, you know, really, you don't know? And so I felt really badly about it, and not knowing that it was the annual meeting. But then I went back and did some research, Paula, and I found out that you guys notified us on February 19th of this thing. So, so I have an excuse for not remembering because it had been a while. But it was a testament to Paula's preparedness and thoroughness and her job, and that's the kind of thoroughness that you guys are all familiar with. And Paula has done fantastic work for Coastline and all the facets of the services that it offers our community for a long time now. And so, Paula, thanks for all that you do and for really making it happen for seniors in the community. I wanted also to say thanks to Chuck McCullough for his hard work in making the organization go in making it a real success in the community. And I also wanted to say thanks to Representative Tony Cabral, who's also here today. Tony has been a real strong advocate for senior needs throughout his career in the legislature, and it continues to be today. And we really appreciate everything that Tony's doing for our city and for the region with regard to senior needs. I didn't have much of a plan today for the speech. There are a few observations that I wanted to share with you and a few updates, and then, you know, if I figured, well, I'd take a couple of minutes to throw the proceedings open to some questions. Maybe you don't have any questions at all about updates on matters, but let me just offer you a couple of thoughts. It's always been my strong feeling that we as a community need to do all that we can to make sure that seniors live the kind of life in their senior years, to sound redundant, that we can. And so that, to me, means a number of things. It means making sure that they have ready access to health care services, to meals, to transportation, and one other facet that's often overlooked, and that's the jobs. These are all important things that we can do in our community to really not just make it better for seniors, but to make it better and more vibrant for everyone. And the reality is that as a community, we are trending in the same way demographically that so much of America is. We're getting older as a population, and we need to think differently about how we plan, how we engage our senior population. We need to think about having streets that are more pedestrian friendly, that are safer, that are better lighted, and that are more inviting. We need to think about the kinds of recreational opportunities that we offer seniors. Seniors more and more, with the advance of better health care, are living longer and fuller lives, and so that speaks really to the way we plan parks, the way we plan bicycle trails, the way we green our community. These are all things that we're working very hard on as a city. The other thing that I'd point out is that creating economic opportunities across the board helps everybody. With our senior population, there are many people who are going back into the workforce, and so our efforts to develop New Bedford as a place that will, I hope, in time attract more private investment is important to giving seniors job opportunities. One thing that I've heard along those lines from many seniors is that the more that we can create job opportunities for children and grandchildren of our seniors, the better off the seniors' lives will be. After all, one of the things I've heard repeatedly from folks is, I would really love it if there's some way that my grandchild, who just went off to college and didn't come back, could find a job here so that I could visit them more often. That's an important thing, and so. The efforts that we have applied recently in working on the development of our downtown, the development of our industrial park, and probably most importantly, the development of the South Terminal project are ways really not only to grow the economy for its own sake, but to really create the kind of community where people can come back and live here and be connected to family. And that to me is vitally important, and I know that it is to all of you. So we're working on these things to make things safer in the community so that we can, that seniors can go out and take a stroll and enjoy life in the city, to grow jobs, to grow the economy so that seniors themselves and their loved ones can remain here in New Bedford, and to just raise the standards of all the things that we do, all the services that we provide. I tell my department heads that what we're really striving for as a local government is excellence. We want people to feel when they walk through a park in New Bedford, when they receive community services of any kind. My community services director, Cynthia Walquist, is here. She'll tell you this is exactly my approach. Or if they receive police and fire or DPW services, DPI services, that people will feel proud to live in the city because the city government is doing such a fantastic job. We want people to feel like New Bedford's a great place because we're treated so well. And so that's what we're striving for. It really is about excellence across the board. I firmly believe that here in New Bedford, we should hold ourselves to standards that are as high as any community in the United States, because that's what the people who sent me into office, I believe, are entitled to. And so with that, I'd be happy to talk to you about any questions you might have. Often just when these occasions come up, I just speak, but I also feel like I leave the room sometimes without having had a chance to field everybody's concerns. So if anybody has a question, or if anybody has a really good joke they want to share with the rest of us, we'd be willing to entertain that too. I was really hoping for a joke. Well, let me say this. I really appreciate everything that Coastline does, from the Meals on Wheels program to supporting programs like grandparents, parenting grandchildren, and as well as a whole host of other senior services. What you guys do really does make a difference in our community. It elevates the quality of life in our community, and we will advance as a community by working together as a whole, all pushing for the same goal, and that is to make New Bedford a better place to live. And I'm just happy that I can be the mayor and work with such talented people. And so I appreciate everything that you guys do, and as I want everybody to remember, if there's anything that I can do to facilitate what you do, please let me know. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you very much, John. We have your number on speed dial. I also would like to recognize Representative Cabral, who's here with us this afternoon. Whenever we need him, he is always at the other end of the phone, and we really appreciate the support that you have given to us and to the seniors that we serve over many years. Tony, thank you. And I know that Maria Connor is here as well, and she is representing Senator Roderick. The same of Maria, thank you, and please thank the senator for the help that he provides to Coastline and to the seniors that we serve. Okay. Well, Coastline has been around now for 35 years. 35 years ago, a very small group of concerned citizens decided to form this corporation for the purpose of providing services to older adults in an effort to try to keep them safe and keep them at home. I think that now it is our responsibility to ensure that 35 years from now, someone is up here at a podium really thanking us for everything that we have done to provide services to seniors, to the disabled, and also to children. I thought I would have a little bit of fun before I go on, because 35 years ago, in the year 1977, some of us were born back at that time. Some of us might not have been born yet. I just thought I'd take a look back and see what was happening then. Any idea what was the #1 pop single on the charts? Debbie Boone, You Light Up My Life. Oh, I know some of you remember that one. Okay. The #1 album, Fleetwood Mac, Rumors, and it was truly an album. It was still on vinyl. Somebody has it. Best Picture, any guesses?
Star Wars?
Star Wars is close. Annie Hall. Star Wars. Annie Hall. How about fads? You should know what the fads are because they're back now, so I should have kept my lava lamp, right? And my mood ring, and my macrame. All right. Kids are purchasing those things now. 1977, Elvis left the building, right? Right. And Charlie Chaplin truly went silent, 1977. Now to Star Wars. George Lucas put Star Wars on the map in 1977. You're very good.
See?
And then, who was our president? Yes, I don't know who said that. Jimmy Carter, 39th president. TV shows? No. Three's Company. Trivia. All in the Family. Charlie's Angels. MASH. And Happy Days. It's kind of fun taking a look back. It's also kind of fun seeing what was happening back then sort of is coming back around, right? What I'm going to do now is embarrass my leadership team. For those of them who were here last year, they know that this is something that I like to do at the annual meeting, but it really does help me highlight some of the programs and services that Coastline provides. I'd also like to give you a little peek at what we think the future has in store for us. So I'm going to start by letting you know that we did do some reorganization of the agency, and what we have done is centralize all intake. So all calls coming into the department, intake and referral, along with our caregiver program and a new program that we've just been funded to provide community health workers. And I'm going to ask Karen Wiley. Where's Karen? Karen is brand new in her position as manager of this department, so we congratulate Karen on her new position and the challenges she has ahead. A second internal promotion just happened a few weeks ago. Anna Hayes. Anna? I see they're not standing, but at least they're waving. Anna is now the Director of Home Care Services. Home Care is our largest department, and in addition to those responsibilities, she also manages the Personal Care Management Program, which is growing and we expect will continue to grow under her leadership. Back in June, Coastline was reviewed by the Executive Office of Elder Affairs. It was our redesignation review, which essentially was either going to allow us to continue to function as an aging service access point or not. So it was critical. I'd like to thank Terry Lawson, Terry, Anna Hayes, Kathy Nicholas, and Cynthia Hamlet. I don't know where you all are. Because we had extraordinary results. We had an outstanding review. We now have our letter in hand, so we are official, redesignated. And not only that, when Undersecretary Albright was with us, she commended the agency on the fine job that they do providing services to our elders. Following that survey, I did meet with Secretary Hartstein. She also commended the agency on the fine job that they did during survey, and believe me, it wasn't just a one-day event. It was a lot of prep work before. No plans of correction required, and we have been elevated from a Tier 2 agency to a Tier 1 agency, and that is amazing. Our nutrition program. Phil, I know you're here. Phil Beard, Carol Hughes, and Carol Perry, who's not able to be with us today. Over 575,000 meals were coordinated for either home delivery or the congregate meal sites. It's an amazing number of meals, and I don't know what some of these consumers who receive these meals would do without us. It's just an amazing undertaking. I don't know how they do it. Last year, we also decided that it was important for us not only to take care of others, but to take care of ourselves. So we did develop a wellness program specifically for the staff, and it is called On the Right Track. And we've had a lot of different wellness type activities and events, and it's really going very well. Oh, and that's no pun intended. Ann McCrillis, Ann, you're hiding in the corner there. Ann is our Title III planner. She works with many of you who are in the room today. She is responsible for the funding that we receive from the federal government. And that has been a challenge for us because the funding has been shrinking a bit, and she does the best she can with spreading it around. And right now she is also responsible for the administration for community living, as well as the Executive Office of Elder Affairs on a very community needs assessment. We are hopeful that the information that she's going to be obtaining from the needs assessment will help not only in the reauthorization priorities for Older Americans Act, but will also help with Coastline's priorities in the upcoming years. And thank you. Tina Gaudette. Tina? Oh, there you are. Tina is our contracts manager and our quality manager. And this past year, Tina has implemented an organization. Can you hear me? It's off? Oh. That's okay. Oh, better. Oh, no, too loud. Sounds like something belongs in a haunted house. Good? No? Yes? Okay. It's echoey. Is it just me? Okay. Better. All right. Tina implemented last year an organization-wide quality improvement plan. So now every department within Coastline is responsible for quality in some way, shape, or form, and is working on quality measures and quality metrics. There are quality standards that we must comply with, but we want to go over and beyond what is required of us and really raise the bar in providing the services to our consumers. So thank you, Tina. I think earlier today you saw some pictures of our foster grandparent program. And Christine Voss, who I think is way in the back of the room there. Christine's program also underwent a very rigorous audit recently, and we received a report, I think just this week. No findings. An excellent job, very challenging program. Trying to continuously recruit volunteers, but she was very successful, and I know that Jackie Medeiros was helpful in that respect. 15 new foster grandparents, which are out there in the community, schools, providing some support to the children and the teachers as well. Christine's program, actually, when the surveyor was with us, she asked if she could utilize some of Christine's resources and best practices as a model for other organizations throughout the country. So congratulations on an outstanding review, Christine. Money management program, where's Jan? Jan's over there in the other corner. They seem to like to hide in corners. I know I'm going to do this to them. Jan oversees the money management program. This is a really important program that provides support to elders who are having difficulty with managing their finances, who are at risk for financial abuse, exploitation, and identity theft. So Jan, along with her team of volunteers, are in their homes helping them prevent these abuses from occurring. Jan, thank you. I'm getting there. There's a lot that we do. Where's Donna Cabral? There you are, Donna. Donna Cabral is our nursing home ombudsman. She leads the ombudsman program, and she and her volunteers are based in all of the skilled nursing facilities, and I appreciate very, very much the fact that the facility staff look to Donna and her staff as a collaborative effort as opposed to being in there to look for issues and concerns. But Donna does represent the needs and the voices of those residents who are residing in our local nursing homes. Donna, thank you. Mary Fitzgerald, where's Mary? There you are. Oh, Mary, thank you so much. Mary is responsible for our Senior Care Options program. This program provides dual-eligible seniors with a flexible care plan that really allows them to remain at home, meets their needs on an individual basis, prevents a lot of rehospitalizations, and she also works in partnership with some of you who are in the audience with us today. So we are very grateful for the partnerships that we have and for the work that Mary and her team do. Mary? And I just have a couple of other people that I would like to acknowledge because they're here with us today. Ramona Mello. Mona is our fiscal controller, and you cannot operate an organization without good fiscal staff and support. And Jean Bro, last but not least, our Human Resource Director, and similarly, we really rely on Jean for her guidance and her expertise with our staff. Like many of the agencies that rely on state and federal funding, we've really had to work hard this past year to provide quality services to an increasing number of consumers with less resources. And I'm very grateful to the leadership team who are here with us today, to my staff, to the board of directors and the advisory council for all of the support that they provide to make sure that we are successful as an organization with our mission. Looking ahead, we're going to continue to face these challenges of doing more with less. With the uncertainty, quite frankly, that comes with a presidential election. Everybody's wondering what the outcome is going to be. And also with future changes that we know are coming at the state level. With change, however, comes opportunity. And the new integrated care organizations and the role of our long-term support staff present us with a significant opportunity, as does the collaboration and partnerships that we have and that we're developing with all of you. With challenge comes creativity, and with creativity, new emerging leadership. Someone very wise once said, "The best thing about the future is that it comes one day at a time." And that's how we're going to proceed, one day at a time. So at this point, I would like to thank you all for coming. We have one more item on our program, and so I'm going to ask Chuck if he would come up for just a minute. Is this
Thank
good?
you.
You're very welcome, and I'll stay up with you.
And thank you, Paula, and Coastline staff for the fine job you've done this past year. Paula, I guess, has been with us for a year and a half now, and has done just a great job in pulling it together. A privilege of the Coastline president is to recognize individuals who have gone above and beyond in making contributions to this great organization. Over the last few years, the executive board has worked very closely through a challenging and yet very exciting time in the life of Coastline. It's been great to work with a highly qualified and dedicated staff and very committed board members, while transitioning through directors, numerous organizational updates and changes in dealing with the fallout from the recession and budget cuts. One person in particular has kept us all grounded and focused as we proceeded with our work. She volunteered lots of her personal time and provided welcome counsel in her quiet, direct, but unassuming way. She took on a leadership role and committed herself to this organization as president during a very difficult time. While she no longer serves as president, she still plays a central role within the board of directors. As a large member, she continues to help Coastline move forward. The greatest honor for me personally is to call her my friend. So at this time, on behalf of the board, the advisory council, staff, and management team, I would like to thank Mrs. Rita Latoy for her dedication and commitment to Coastline Elderly.
We're not going to make you speak.
I'm just going to say something. I am going to say just something. I don't know how to thank everyone. This has been a wonderful 2 years for me in the position I was in. Granted, it was not easy to do. We had a lot of problems, but we had such a wonderful, wonderful staff. My board of directors, my e-board, they were just fantastic. And I just can't say how much I appreciate everybody. Thank you so much.
Before you leave, I'm going to ask you again to just take a look at your annual report. There's a list on the back, I believe, of employees who were recognized this past year for their years of service. We used to do that at the annual meeting, but our staff are not all able to come, so we decided to do that this summer where the staff could be recognized by their peers. But I do have two individuals here. Mona, for 10 years of service. And Donna, 25? Where's Donna? Is it 20, 25? Donna, how many years? 25 years. Also, as you came in, there were flyers on the registration table. We are having a caregiver night out. I believe it's November 7th. We're going to have two renowned authors speaking to us about their life experience as caregivers, and that is free, and that is at, is it Abby? Where's Abby? Keith? Keith? Hope to see some of you there. And we also hope to see you all back here next year. So have a wonderful afternoon and a wonderful weekend. Oh, I'm sorry, can't let you go. I have 3 more people that I need. I have a lot of people to thank today. Abby Heavey over here, I'm going to embarrass her for just a minute. She did a wonderful job pulling this together. She created the annual report. She's fantastic. And Jackie Medeiros and Anna Marks, executive assistants. And I want to thank you both as well. Oh my goodness. Terry just told me that I forgot someone, and I so apologize. It was on my cheat sheet, Rita, but I missed it. Rita Boudreau is the director of our senior employment program, and I shouldn't have missed that because John spoke to the importance and the value of having jobs and job opportunities. The senior employment program offers opportunities to seniors who are looking for work, and we appreciate the host agencies that not only offer them that opportunity, but also oftentimes offer them jobs. Rita, I apologize. Thank you. Okay. Did I forget anyone else or anything else? If not, again, thank you so much, and thank you to our sponsors as well. Have a good afternoon.